I want to be really clear because I want you guys to follow the advice that I've been given, and that is don't follow someone's advice wholeheartedly unless they are more successful than you in what it is that you're trying to do. I think this was. I'm going to be like reiterating a lot from Hormozy just because he's who I'm currently kind of getting a lot of information from. But, one of the things he says is don't take advice from people who are your level of wealth or poverty or below. Take advice from people who are richer than you. So I have started many companies. Most of them have failed or I have stopped pursuing them. The last company I started was successful for 3.5 years. I brought it from zero to $1 million in gross yearly revenue. That company failed because of entity descriptions, as I posted in another video, but I had 6 other business partners. That is not a good idea. So this video is not me trying to tell you that I'm some super successful general contractor. I have been successful, but for the most part, this channel is going to be me telling you all the mistakes I made and the things that I learned. I don't necessarily have a personal implementation of great success with these tactics, but the clients that I have implemented these tactics with have seen great success. So I really don't like the internet when it has people, who are offering advice based on fraudulent claims. So it's going to be critical on this page that you guys understand who I am and what I've done. And that way, if you click on this page and you're doing $10 million a year as a residential remodel contractor, just move on. You know more than me. But the thing is there's a ton of companies out there of dudes who've been on the job site since they're 15 years old and their dad taught them how to do the job. And they're stuck in a cycle where they can't get their bags off because they've got 2 guys working with them. They don't know how to do the paperwork. The industry's changing and they're kind of stuck between a hard and a rock place. And then they start to get bitter. And all that work and skills and experience you have over your life is now you're starting to think, I don't know if I want to do this anymore, which is insane. Don't do that because you have experience and skills that you can pivot with, okay? Let's say you've spent 20 years learning how to be a carpenter and a general contractor. You're telling me that you would rather change industries than throw your hands up. You would rather change industries and throw your hands up than learn how to make your life easier by changing the way you operate your business. So that's what this channel's here for, is those guys that are stuck in that cycle, as I was, and trying to figure out how you do things like, how do I get more revenue? How do I get to $1 million? How do I get myself out of the field? How do I start taking a paycheck and then actually reflecting profit in my company versus just a single sole proprietorship and, whatever's extra after I pay my guys and pay the vendors and materials and gas my truck and insurance and all that stuff, whatever's left over, that's my money. Like most general contractors don't even use profit or salary. They just say, oh yeah, whatever's left is mine, and that's it. That's not how you run a company. That's not how the rest of the world runs companies. Okay? You've got to get from the first step, which is I know how to build stuff, to I am now on a salary. My guys are on salaries. My business is making profit, and I'm organizing it as such, right? A lot of guys make profit. It's just they don't have that organization. But that's more or less because they kind of just fell into it. So this channel is going to be for guys who want to systematically take on more jobs without too much risk, and how you do it in a way that is going to not be a mystery, right? I am going to remove the mystery of going from $250,000 a year to 500 to $1 million, okay? Because that's what I did, and that's my experience, and it's a very recent experience. And I also have, obviously I can offer my services to help with that. But, this channel is just content, and it's not necessarily me trying to advertise what I do. If you are interested, you can obviously reach out to me. But So I just, again, want to be really clear. This channel is not me telling you that I'm somebody that I'm not, but I am going to be, I have a big enough ego to where I can tell the entire YouTube community the mistakes that I've made and the things that I changed, and have helped clients implement those changes, and they have had success. So that's where I'm coming from. And so now you don't need to know or think that I'm some giant successful contractor. I always wondered that, like business coaches. I'm like, why are you not running a general contracting business yourself? And so, this is my reason, right? I was successful. I had a business that was successful. There was a structural problem with the ownership that brought it to a failure point. But after that, I realized I actually had a really good skill, which is taking this business from X to X. What's the alphabet again? X to Y. Yeah. And then I wanted to offer other general contractors because I see so many of us stuck in these positions. So anyways, a little bit more about me and what this channel is about.